What's going on, everybody? It's Nico, and I'm bringing you Muzen Cobb. Muzen Cobb? I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's the new hunter. And even though I wanted him to be really like creature-esque looking, he's only slightly bug-looking, kind of like Arachne, more humanoid than anything. Also, I need to make sure. Okay, my shadow detail. Oh, cool. My graphic settings weren't changed from the last patch. Nice. I was gonna buy Tab Eye. So, I'm Muzen Cobb. He's a hunter. He's the first new hunter in the game since, I want to say, Apollo. And that's a long time. Because Apollo is old. There have been a lot of gods that have come out since Apollo. Also, does the map look bigger? I swear to God, they changed the Joust map. It looks different to me. I don't know. But, yes, I'm Muzen Cobb. Let's talk about him. So, his passive is bees! Yes, that's right. Bees! Enemies afflicted by bees take damage every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds are revealed on the minimap. The bees will also attack any nearby enemies that aren't already affected by bees, continually spread to nearby enemies over time. So basically, it hurts, it does damage, and it's scary because any kind of dot, especially early game, usually messes shit up. To be completely honest. Here's one. Hives. Bees swarm at ground target location, creating a new hive that provides movement and attack speed buffs to Muzen Cobb. He also heals for a small amount every second while he remains close to the hives. The hives can only be destroyed by basic attacks, which is really good, but apparently they're still really easy to kill, especially since he's a ranged carry and he's probably going to end up in the duo lane going against other ranged carries. But, as you can see, I put this here, and I move slightly faster, I shoot slightly faster, and I'm regenning health, which is nice. Also, let's just use the 2 real quick so I get some damage on Raw. His 2 is called Swarm. Muzen Cobb summons a large swarm of bees that fly forward in a path in front of him, dealing damage to all enemies that hit and applying bees to them. This is going to be the move you max first. It's going to be... One second. It's going to be your clear. It's going to be... Damn it, bees! They didn't go. They're supposed to swarm over the honey. I know I haven't said anything about that yet, but they're supposed to go over there. But your main, like, clear is going to be your 2. That's for damn sure. So you're going to want to max the 2 first. Especially since it applies bees. Oh, God. Alright, next, your 3, honey. Muzen Cobb sprays honey at a movable ground target location. By movable ground target location, it means if I keep it here, it does that. But if I move it, I can paint with it. Oh, now the bees go? Now you go, you son of a bitches? Son of a bitches. I meant sons of bitches, but whatever. But, yeah. So, the bees go over there and they do a dot. And they do more damage if you put more ranks into it. Before, people were saying to upgrade the 1 because of how much more steroid you get. Because it goes up, you get more movement speed, you get more healing, and you get more attack speed. Oh, it's just healing. It's not HP 5 anymore. You fucking asshole. Before, when this was about to come out, it was HP 5. Now it's just a base healing percentage. Okay. But 2, and then people were saying do the 1, so you had all the attack speed, movement speed, and stuff. Also, I can put more stuff down. Those go there, so if I put that one there, it should cover this area. Damn, I do so much damage with, like, level 2 boots. What? They're building Raw not tanky anymore? Oh my God, they changed Raw's AI. Before, he would get Mark of the Vanguard and tank boots. Now he's getting Vampiric Shroud and shoes. It's an entirely new day. But yeah, even with just... Okay, let's see. Yeah. See, like, this is how you want to use the hives. You kind of want to set them up as, like, a network that you can keep your buff on with. But, so I was going over honey. Let's go back and talk about honey. Muzen Cobb sprays honey at a movable ground target location, slowing all enemies in the area. Bees from nearby hives will swarm... No, from nearby hives and... Bees from nearby hives and swarm. And swarm. Oh, it means the ability. I was like, what the fuck kind of... What? There's gotta be a typo. Will fly over to protect the honey, dealing damage every 0.5 seconds, and applying bees to all enemies as they leave the honey. Damage per tick is 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and it ticks for 0.5 second... Well, actually, it doesn't say. I think it's just how long they're in the honey. That's a lot of damage. And the slow goes from 10 to 30% as you rank it up. To be honest, it's looking like you want to upgrade 2, 3, 4 whenever you can, and then 1 last. So, also, people were saying Transcendence might be a good idea, so let's try that out. It makes sense because to use Muzen Cobb's abilities, I mean, it costs a lot of mana to do any kind of combo with him, to be completely honest. Also, his 1 does not count as wards. As you can see, there's no vision on the minimap in those areas. So, don't think just because Muzen Cobb has wards because he gets his 1. That's not true at all. He does, like, it does potentially count as a ward if somebody... Whoop, give me that back. If somebody destroys it and you remember where you put it and you're like, oh, wait a minute, one of my hives are gone, but it does not act as a ward by itself. Also, what you just saw me do was use my ultimate, which I'll explain now. Oh yeah, I can jump and it looks really derpy. His ultimate is Stinger. Muzen Cobb fires off an enormous stinger that deals damage to all enemies in a line, sticking to the first god that it's hit. That's rude. That is rude beyond all interpretations. Jerk. I keep leveling up my 3 on accident because my F keys are slightly offset. Applying bees and crippling them for 3 seconds. If the target dies, gets cleansed of cripple, or after 3 seconds the stinger falls on the ground for 4 seconds. You can then pick up the stinger to gain a significant reduction to the stinger's cooldown. So, starting damage, pretty good. It's going to be a good nuke to finish someone off. Also, it's an 80% cooldown reduction if you pick it up after it falls off somebody. Okay, I can finish Transcendence anyway. Which is huge, but as you can see, if I were to like continuously combo that move into stuff, I mean, it's gonna drain a lot of your mana. I don't know what to build after that. Fucking, let's go Executioner. Because it's always 100 mana, and I only have 890 at level 9, and that's because I bought Transcendence, which is giving me 300 mana. So that's why a lot of people think it's going to be a good idea to get mana, because of how much mana this guy is going to eat up. Because, like, it's a lot. You're going to use a lot of mana using Muzen Cobb. So Transcendence might be the way to go. Also, let's just see how much damage that does to them. That's not bad. That's some good damage. I was doing 50 per tick. Oh, holding down the wrong keys. It scales pretty damn well. Like, I have 107. It's at 20, so that's around... 4%? I don't know. Trying to do math in my head while also trying to show off what he can do. Not the best idea. So yeah, as you can see, you can burst someone down really well if you can combo all your stuff together. But this is also taking account, I still have my hives. Robot's not going to destroy them. Other players should be trying everything they can to destroy these hives because it's so good. He kind of, like, if you're up against Muzen Cobb, you need to kill his hives. Do not let him keep these around because it's going to make him much harder to kill and it's going to make him much more dangerous than he already is because it's increasing his attack speed. Also, wait, there's a part right there. I want buffs everywhere. And what you want to do is actually set up a network so that way when you're going throughout the map, you can continue to, you know, just constantly have your buff. People are going to try to deny you of that, but this is pretty much what you want to do is just have all control of everywhere and just have your buff at all times, which is, of course, attack speed and movement speed and healing. Let's just let the minions go attack that while I go get a buff. Also, you can have a maximum of 8 hives. So, as you can see, I have 1 here. So that's 1 on top of me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put 2 more down before any of them start to disappear. Also, people are saying he's going to be a pretty damn good jungler. And I could see why. Because the MP5 from Bubba's Mask is going to really help. And... he's got really good clear, to be honest. Remember, Robot has no protections. He's building, like, stuff that sort of makes sense, but also not really. Also, I wonder if this still works. No. Okay. Before, when Bart was playing on Muzen Cobb, he hit an entire line of minions with his ultimate, and every single minion dropped a stinger. It was actually kind of funny. I'm glad to see that, one, that might have only been their local play, and two, it doesn't do that anymore. Now I'm wondering, do I want Jotuns? Do I want more cool... do I want the CDR? I mean, 12 seconds is not bad. 10 seconds, 8 seconds, 90 if you don't pick it up. Maybe. Let's try it out. Could see that this working, having a Jotuns. Also, Transcendence is not as bad as an item as some people make it out to be, because fully stacked, when you're level 20, it gives you like, how much? Like, it gives you like 90 physical power. I'm not even kidding. Like, I've done the math for multiple characters. It usually gives around 89 to 90%, like 90 physical power once it's fully stacked. It's a strong item. It's just expensive. But then again, so is Void Blade. So, people saying that Transcendence is useless. It's not useless. It's just expensive. It's actually a really good item. You just need to be farmed and like have enough gold to buy it, to be completely honest. So, that's why some people say it's good and some people say it's bad. I think on Muzen Cobb, it's going to work really well because of how mana intensive he is. Let's get Bloodforge. He seems like a really good basic attacker. Just because, I mean, his 1 is going to... Let's put this here. I want to move faster. Probably not the best spot for it because, yeah, I didn't put it... Like, yeah, I could have moved it a little more up and I would have been here. So wait. Oh, if you cancel it, it doesn't actually cancel. Okay, so we found that out. We know if we the Stinger will go through minions, but we'll stop at Raw. Does a shit ton of damage. Then again, I'm level 15, he's level 10, he has no physical defense. What else? I mean, we can basically end it here. Like, I could put a hive here, and then cover the Minotaur in honey. He's getting hurt. This goes through walls. And I'm just basically going to see if I can kill the Minotaur like this. Actually, wait. I can do that. So, you can shoot the honey through a wall as long as you don't start in the wall. Apparently, if you start in a wall, you can't shoot it. So, see? But if I do that, it goes through the wall. Little trick to know. That'll be kind of important. And the Minotaur's dead. Yep, okay. So, as you can see, Muzen Cobb is strong. He's got good dots, he's got good damage, and you're gonna have to shut him down, and you don't really want to fight him early game because of his dot. So, shutting Muzen Cobb down is going to be important with CC, because he has no escapes. He has movement speed with his hive network, but as long as you're actively trying to get rid of those, you should be fine, and he shouldn't be impossible to catch, because he literally has two CC, his slow and his honey, and his cripple on his stinger. That's it. So what you want to do is you want to basically rush him down with CC, which I know a lot of people are like, well, that's what you do with every god. He's got an afro. Okay, I didn't expect that. He made an afro out of bees. But that's what people say about every god is, like, keep them down with CC. But on him, it's really important because he's a really good, like, carry. Because, as you could see, my basic attacks were hitting quite hard. And if I have my hives up, I'm going to be attacking really quickly. So I'm just going to be able to burst people down with just basic attacks relatively quickly if I have any hives near me. So you're going to want to focus on Muzen Cobb. You don't want him to get farmed, because it's going to be scary. So, that's what I think. I think he's going to be really strong, and I think people are going to underestimate him because he doesn't have escapes, and they're not going to CC him into the ground and make sure he stays down and doesn't get farmed. But, you know, casual conquest, people sometimes don't perform as good as maybe they would like to, or don't perform as well as a team as maybe they should, because they don't communicate as well. But that's all just speculation. and just my thoughts and everything. And like I said, I think he's going to be strong, and people are going to underestimate him and try to fight him early on, and end up getting destroyed by his early dots, and just not understand why they died. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this informative video on Muzen, and I'll see you guys later.